Hello and welcome back to Serpent Sunday. As always, I'm your host, Morgan. This week, we're going to continue our exploration of species that I can find in my own backyard with the ringneck snake, Diodophus punctatus. You can identify these cute little snakes by their coloration and their markings. No matter where you find them, every single ringneck snake is going to have a fairly dark dorsal side or back side, so the top along where the spine is. And this dark coloration is going to range from a light end where you get gray or bluish gray all the way to nearly black. But on the other side of the snake, the belly side, you're going to see some very bright yellowish or orangish coloration. And in some subspecies, the underside of the tail is going to be a much brighter red-orange than the rest of the belly, as well as in some subspecies you'll see some black speckling on the belly as well. But what really gives these little snakes their name is the narrow orange band around the necks of these snakes, which gives them that ringneck snake name. And I keep saying they're little snakes, and that is very true. They are a very small species of snake, and they kind of average out about 33 inches long. So, emphasis on small and little. You can find ringneck snakes almost anywhere in the United States, barring the Gulf Coast and the Midwest. They're also found in parts of southeastern Canada and all the way down into central Mexico. These snakes can be found in almost any habitat with moist hiding spots, and they're often found under rocks and underneath the loose bark of dead trees. They're also a common snake to find in gardens because they like that moist soil and the abundance of hiding places in gardens. However, they are so small and so shy that if you do have one or a few in your garden, you'll probably never know unless you're digging around specifically looking for them. These cute little snakes live on a diet of salamanders, lizards, and frogs. However, they are also known to feed on earthworms, juvenile snakes of other species, slugs, and other insects as well. So pretty much they eat what they can get. And if you're just a small little snake, you're gonna eat whatever you can fit into your mouth. They subdue their prey with a very mild venom that is not known to be harmful to humans or larger mammals at all. So depending on where you look, they may be classified as non-venomous. However, they are technically venomous. It's just not dangerous to you or me, assuming you're not a slug, which I don't think you are, but I don't know. Slugs might have access to YouTube at this point. 2020 has been weird enough so far anyway. Ringneck snakes are a fairly secretive and nocturnal species. While occasionally they will pop up in the sunshine to bask, it is very rare to encounter them during the day, and in general you will only find them at night. And an interesting thing about them is that they are considered a social snake species, with some populations numbering 100 or more individuals. These snakes will return to single denning sites annually, so their hibernation sites and where they live, basically, they will keep going back to. And females lay 3 to 10 eggs in June and early July, often in communal nesting sites. So several females will lay their eggs in the same general nest site. And these eggs will then hatch in August and September, and the cycle will begin again. Now, they are such a small snake, so it's kind of difficult to protect themselves, but they have a fairly interesting way of doing so. They will flash that very bright underside of their tail in the subspecies that have that particular morphology. And when all else fails, they release a foul-smelling musk and play dead. Playing dead is not unique to this species. It's also seen in snakes like the hognose snakes. I know those videos of snakes playing dead are all over the place on the internet, and usually it's going to be a hognose snake. But ringneck snakes will do that as well. These little snakes live for an average of 10 years. However, researchers think that they can possibly live up to 20 years. But because of their nocturnal secretive nature, it is difficult to actually study how long they live for in captivity. They can be a little difficult to keep, and at time of recording, I believe the longest specimen kept in captivity was about 7 years, but the 10-year number is coming from snakes that have been documented in the wild. So the jury's kind of out on how long they actually can live, but based on other species of similar size, 20 years is a fairly good guesstimate of the upper limit of their lifespan. A few other little fun facts about these snakes is that while some subspecies are threatened, overall, the ringneck snake species is not considered at risk. And just because you don't see them, they are still fairly common throughout their range. They just are very hard to find because they do hide in all those little moist nooks and crannies out there in their habitats and only really come out at night. All right, well, that's all I really have for you today. If you hear any rustling around or chirping in the background, I do apologize, but 2020 has been weird and now there are ducklings living in my bathroom. So this is what we're living with at the moment. But I do hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you're in the northern hemisphere, which is quite warm at the moment, I hope you're staying cool. And I don't know what the weather's like south of the equator, but I hope you're dealing well with that as well. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you again for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell if you would like to see more. And if you'd like to follow me on any of my other social medias, the links are down in the description below. Don't forget to check out thereptilegoth.com for all of my articles and blog posts. If you found any value in this video and you would like to help support the channel, please check out my Patreon page. That link is also in the description down below. And a special thanks goes out to my Diamond Dragon patron, Diane B. What you're doing is really helping me fund a dream here. I will see you guys all in the next one.